Now, higher self, the will of the higher self, is formulated in 7 laws. Of course, there are many hundreds of laws, but today for our need, I just brought you 7 laws. And if we obey to these 7 laws, we come in contact with our higher self and make our life really a victorious, a beautiful life, healthy life. Not for ourselves only, but also for humanity and for all kingdoms. Now, what is the first law? The first law is the law of harmlessness. All other laws that we see in civil laws and different places are branches of this law, harmlessness. How to make our thoughts, words, and actions harmless. Because being harmless, we increase the influence, the power of our higher self within our personality. See, higher self tries to secure the evolution, the progress of everything in the nature. Think about that. Higher self don't stay for your own self-interest. Higher self stands for the interest of every living beings. Harmful actions prevents or create obstacles on the path of this evolution, of this progress. If you are hurting others, you are preventing their evolution. So when you are preventing the evolution of other people, you are creating karma and preventing your own evolution. Did you see that? It's so beautiful. When you are killing that man for yourself, you created a huge karma. You prevented his progress in that cycle and prevented your own progress. So when you are preventing your own progress and the progress of others, you are acting against the law of harmlessness. You are acting against the guidance that is within you.
Torkom, could you talk more about harmlessness, not on the physical level, but on other levels?
Yeah, harmlessness, for example, emotional level. Most of the human beings radiate 6, 7 very dirty currents from their aura. It's black smoke. If you become one day clairvoyant, you can see them. First black smoke is radiated when you hate. Hatred is like exhaust pipe. The piston of your car is not working, it's exhausting black oil. Second is anger. Third is fear. Fear is so black. Revenge, jealousy, treason. These are 6 very black exhaustions. And when you exhaust these things in your aura, listen very carefully. When you exhaust this pollution into your aura, eventually your aura becomes the most unhealthy aura, which develops every kind of miserable microbes for your future and for your right relationships with other people. Now, don't deny that I said these things. See, now you know. Yes.
How do you clear that exhaust from?
Change your emotions. For example, replace hate with love. Replace fear by fearlessness. jealousy for inclusiveness, revenge with forgiveness. It's so easy. It's very easy, of course. When you are jealous, wow! How to get rid of that? That's why, you see, I wrote about it. I said jealousy is not emotion. It is possession. It's an entity possessing you and creating degeneration into your astral body. How to do that? Then mental. Your second question is mental. There are 4 or 5 things. Greed, separatism, vanity, ego, selfishness. When you replace this by the opposite, you clean yourself. So because the nature always created man in a way that there is the medicine within him. There is ways and means within us to change ourselves. Because the solar angel, the higher self, the transpersonal self or inner God, I'm repeating these things, is there. The encyclopedia of help. Not encyclopedia of words, help. Only we must find that way how to touch it. And then our life changes. But keep these laws in your mind because I didn't talk about them yet. I'm just presenting them to you.